Welcome to the Pearson's correlation tutorial. This tutorial should be a little bit shorter, but we're going to go over the EMG in-class analysis of the rectified EMG versus force. So something to keep in mind about this particular data set, as you saw in your in-class, is the fact that we're expecting a little bit of correlation. So once you gather your EMGs, you should see some pulses going up and down. And if you were to rectify it, which again, that means turning them into the positive, as well as smooth them, we should expect a very strong correlation with the measurement of force for that particular EMG. So in this case, for this particular correlation analysis, we are just going to take the data that we have from Excel. We're going to go into SPSS. We're going to paste with variables. That allows the variable names to come up here. And I have my two variables, so I'm going to go into Analyze, Correlate, and then we're going to click Bivariate, which means that there's more than one variable. We're going to select the two variables, click the arrow. I always like to check the options to see if we need anything. Maybe we can drop in a mean standard deviation, not necessary, but I like to turn it on, and then just click OK. So what do we see here? So we see the different means, the standard deviation. There's a 9,001 data points in this particular data set. And what this is giving me is a cross correlation type of table. So rectified versus rectified, I have a correlation of 1. That is obvious because it's the same signal as comparing signal to signal. I don't even know why it includes it in the table. The same as force with force. I got a 1. Not sure why that's there, but the more important one is the rectified EMG versus force. So we see that the Pearson correlation is 0.929, which is pretty much almost 1, which means that the rectified EMG, as it's smooth and plotted, is going to be very strongly correlated with force. This also does a significance two-tail statistical test to determine its significance, and it also redundantly somewhat tells you how many data points there are. Now, we would expect these two numbers to be the same because you can correlate force to EMG or EMG to force. But for the in-class, you're just going to be reporting this 0.929, and then you can toss in that significance if you want. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I'll see you in class.